Hello, good evening, and good evening. Welcome to another edition, I believe it's number 4 of the Jungle Boys TV podcast. To my right is Seth Silverback Petrozelli.
Hi.
And to Seth's right is Seth Sacco.
Good evening, everybody.
And I am Ben. And over there on the board, we have Mr. Slomar. Good evening.
He doesn't have a mic anymore.
Who doesn't have a mic anymore. Very well.
You heard him. I heard him in the last podcast. It was like, "Hey, so what's going on with the music?" That's all you heard.
And now we have our lovely intern Carly. Hello.
Yes. At least we got some eye candy back here for a change.
Well, thank you.
She said hi.
I wore this for you.
Even too soft for a microphone to pick it up, so
Yeah.
she said hello, everybody.
She actually has.
She did say hello.
Yeah.
She actually has that mic that went bad. That's too strong. She's strapped to her chest, and you still can't hear.
Not a figment of our imagination.
Yes.
Speaking of which, everyone out there in internet land, that microphone is still for sale. So if you need one, message us for details.
It is a fine microphone.
It is.
It's too fine.
Offer us anything for it. We'll probably give it to you.
Yeah.
Cut some
A
pubic.
hot dog or something.
Cut some pubic hair off your body and give it to us.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
Okay, never mind. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Not for sale.
Offers withheld.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, speaking of the internet idiots, we've had a few. Last time we asked you to name our studio, and we had a couple horrible
Yeah,
attempts.
What did we get?
you guys suck. I'll be honest with you. You
Yeah,
guys suck.
we need some better. Words thrown out there for the name.
What
of
did
the
we
studio.
get? Anything come to mind? Shit or what?
Something about slippery, slimy studio, stupid
Fat Dorston said we should call it Dick House Studios.
Dick House Studios.
That's
which-
Jackass's
Yeah, that's what I thought
production
so, too,
company.
yeah.
Exactly. So people are just horrible. Go to Jungle Boys TV, name our studio, and we'll send you something. We promise we'll send you something, whatever it is. And
At least one thing in the box will be good. At least one.
Well, speaking of the studio, actually, the paint job is finished and it looks phenomenal.
yeah. Well, you can't see it the way the camera's angled on us here. You got my purple sparkly wall behind us.
Grimace.
With I don't know if you can really see any of the women of sci-fi behind me, but I have a great wall for all you sci-fi geeks out there of the women. She's going to point it so you guys can see it. The women of sci-fi. I mean, it's amazing. We got Baltarn #6 here. We got Kara Thrace. We got River from Serenity
Princess
right there.
Leia.
We got Princess Leia. We got a bunch of hot girls
And,
from
You know who you're
sci-fi.
missing?
Padme?
Yeah.
Padme
Yeah,
too?
and Padme up top.
You know who we're missing?
Who's that?
Fucking Barbarella.
You know
There
who?
you go.
You know who I missed? I emailed the guy that makes these,
Uh-huh.
and I asked him for Aliens, Sigourney Weaver.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I was
Ripley.
wondering about that, actually.
That
I was
would
wondering
be
why we didn't have that.
That would be perfect. They don't make them. Ripley would be perfect if
And
they would go perfect.
what's the name of the chick in Blade Runner?
Oh, she wasn't a chick, though. She was a robot.
She was. No, what did they call it?
Daryl Hannah.
Yeah, Daryl Hannah. But no, what did they call him?
I don't recall.
Yeah, I just watched that the other day. Actually, I can't remember though.
Yeah, but anyway, that's my little wall, my Women of Sci-Fi wall
That
right
is
there.
good.
And you got a little Cloud Nebula over there, and then I painted it purple. And then Sacco hates the rest of the color. You can't
The
see
banana
it.
cream.
It's a
I don't-
banana cream, and I like
It's
it just
so
because
uninspiring.
It's like picture a banana that's real nice and fresh. You peel it open, and you get that nice creamy white feeling from it.
But I thought it was going to be sparkly like the purple.
Well, I didn't add the sparkles in with it.
He was...
No, I added. I went to 3 different shops. I went to. Oh, he asked how I got the sparkles on the wall, and I was at Lowe's, and I remember years ago when I painted my old house, they had actual just sparkles you mix in with the
Yeah.
paint and stir it up.
Yeah, I remember
They
that
don't
too.
have that anymore. So I went to 2 different places. Finally, I found this spray sparkle that's supposed to go on walls, and I doused the entire wall with it, but it got everywhere, all over the floor, all over me, all over the equipment here. So I spent a long time cleaning that shit up. It sucked. It sucked pretty bad, but I think the after effect is pretty good.
It is nice.
It's sci-fi-ish.
Yes, and it looks like, it's a nice banana vomit color.
The only thing we're missing is a picture of Carl Sagan.
Carl Sagan.
Well, if I was going to do that, I'd have like a whole wall of awesome astronomers,
He was pretty
astrologers,
awesome.
and
But
scientists.
I feel like that's the only thing that really is missing. I don't know. I know it doesn't. It's not thematically the same.
Who? Is that the black
Oh.
chick from the Enterprise?
That's Whoopi
That's
Goldberg.
that's Uhuru or something, or Houlihan.
yeah,
Houlihan?
Houlihan.
yeah.
What's her last name?
Uhura.
Was her last name
Wait,
Brown?
no, wait. Whoopi Goldberg was
Uhura Brown.
a bartender on the.
But she's not hot.
yeah, no, well,
She's revolting.
yeah. Well, she's an alien.
She's still revolting.
Well, I mean that's why they picked her. 'Cause she looks like an alien.
Yeah. Or I could have picked a green woman. Didn't Captain Kirk fuck a alien
No,
chick?
but he was also
Yeah.
known for the
That's
first
famous.
interracial kiss on television, which
Yeah.
was with the woman that played the.
Oh,
And it wasn't even a good one either. Like, it was like a real, like the way you'd kiss your grandma.
Still
if she was hot.
groundbreaking.
Ugh, that's
Yeah.
disgusting. They should still keep that off the air.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like interracial kissing?
Nah, doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. It's fine.
So
It's fine.
what's up, man?
So speaking of interracial stuff, we've had a couple of intercontinental kisses going on. I
Intercontinental.
guess Ben and I just got back from Sweden. We're in Borås,
Borås, Sweden.
Borås, Sweden, which is southwest
It's due east of Gothenburg.
Gothenburg, which is, but everyone knows the
Stockholm.
Stockholm, thank you, which was south of Stockholm. We had a good time. We were there for about 7 days. We were there for some amateur MMA fights. We had 8 of our guys from the jungle compete. Let's not get into how they did.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, yeah.
They had some hard fights with people that were more experienced. Let's
Yeah.
just leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly right. But they learned a lot from
Yes,
the
they
fights,
did.
for sure. The country of Sweden it's a weird place. I had a love-hate relationship with it for a couple reasons. One, the weather, the cold, love it. You hate it.
I hated it.
Love it. I love it. It was high 40s, low 50s the entire time. The only the shitty part about it being so cold is that it rained the whole time. So it was like Seattle
Yeah,
type
it was a
weather.
cold rain.
Yeah, yeah. And buildings architecturally are beautiful. They all look, all a couple hundred years old, so everything looked really, really nice and stuff like that. The women, whatever you picture in your head to be a Swedish girl, that's what they look
The
like.
Swedish bikini team from the old beer ads. Like, that was the shit.
Nice.
Dude, blonde hair, every single one of them.
Nice skin, nice hair, everywhere.
Blue eyes, every single one of them.
Yeah.
Skin,
Yeah.
for some reason, their skin is so much better than our skin. It's like
true.
porcelain. It's like
Yeah.
weather because it's wet.
Probably their diet, too.
Might be
I'm
the
sure.
weather that their diet.
It
who
might
knows?
be because I think they're into taking facials and they
Yeah.
remember to smear it over their face a lot. I don't know.
Well,
Cum
their,
is good for the skin.
their bloodlines aren't as divergent either.
Yeah, that's true. They're not as mixed.
Right.
That's a very good point.
And me and Ben figured that there was 3 distinct face types. They didn't vary. There was 3.
I never got past. I never got to the other two. The one.
Yeah, we didn't. There's one face in Sweden. It's a pizza face, but not like pot marks. It's just a pizza. It's a round face with a tiny little up nose. That's one type of girl. That's
Pizza
there's
face with an
hundreds-
upturned nose.
There's pizza face with upturned nose. That's what we call it. There's hundreds and
nose?
hundreds
Oh, yeah.
and hundreds of those. The other type that I kind of witnessed was the dark hair girls. They have a more chubbier face. It's round, but it's a little bit lengthier, and they have really, really, really blue eyes, like
Yeah.
bursting blue eyes. So it's
Yeah.
like dark hair with blue eyes. That's the other type I found. And then the third type, I guess, would be like all the damn Muslims that were around there.
Yeah, there was. That's if there was a minority at all, there it was Arabs. A lot of Arabs.
Yeah, Arabs, definitely
Is
Arabs.
it true that the Swedish don't like the Arab population?
They're basically like cab drivers and falafel makers.
Yeah.
Oh, falafels. We'll get to that in a second. But what I heard what's crazy is there was 2 types, blonde hair, and then there's not so many dark hair girls. And everybody said that the guys don't even talk to the girls with dark hair in Sweden.
Really?
They're considered like second-class citizens. Like,
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, yeah. They only talk
I
to
would have made out
blonde
like a
girls.
fucking
Like
bandit.
some of the
then.
blonde on these girls was like shit. Women would pay $1,000 to get here, like
Yeah.
at a salon. Like
Yeah, it was
but it's just normal, natural. Is weird,
But-
and they're all very stylish too. There's like an H&M on every other fucking corner, like a 7-Eleven here,
Wow.
and so everyone's very hip and very stylish and well dressed.
Yeah, that and the fact that they hate. We noticed all the guys that were going out. Sorry, hang on one second, guys. Okay, there we go. We got to keep track of time so we don't go over here.
Gotcha.
They hate fighters. They don't like any sort of confrontation. They don't like any sort of really machismo type of thing. A lot of
Really?
the guys that were talking to the girls, they asked what you're in town for, and we said fighting, and they're like, "Ooh, really? We don't like
Well,
that."
let me give you a little background on the Swedish. They are responsible for the Volga Vikings, which did most of the raiding throughout the Viking
See,
Empire.
I thought that it wasn't them. I thought I knew I kind of knew the Vikings were from Sweden,
the
but I thought they were
Volga
from Iceland and Greenland.
No,
Like
no.
Norway,
Norway.
Sweden,
The Volga
Finland.
Vikings in particular, the ones who went through Russia and the Middle East, are specifically from Sweden, and they did most of the raiding. Not only that, if they don't like confrontation, it's probably because they were Nazi sympathizers, and they're trying to make up for it now by being docile. So,
Dude, docile wasn't the word. Like the guys
We're
we
soft
could-
as fuck.
We couldn't tell between we look in a crowd of people. We thought it was all girls.
The
Like,
guys were
really?
soft.
The guys
like
were so soft
pussy,
and girly.
skinny.
We thought they were girls.
Wow.
Yeah, I probably would have banged a couple of them if I had a couple drinks in me. I didn't drink at all, really. So
It was too expensive. We couldn't afford to drink.
yeah, our dollar wasn't.
The only time I really drank there was like the second night the promoter took us out to dinner, and I'm like, this is my shot, man. So I just fucking hit it because it was on his dime. It was about $10-15 a beer.
Got hammered.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty. For
Yes.
regular beer, $10-15.
I didn't order mixed drinks. I
I
didn't even want to go down
nobody
that
ordered
road with
either. It was
those
about-
prices.
It was about the same.
Well,
A couple of the guys hooked up while we were there. One of the more funnier stories, I guess we'll call him Mr. Me. I think
Mr.
that's
Me.
what we
Mr.
agreed,
Me, yeah.
because he's all about me sometimes.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
you could say. So-
ironically, though, it's ironic. It's not. It's not a good thing.
So what they have at these places, they're bars, but there's a little section where you can gamble. So it's like kind of a gambling place, but then you go further back and there's nightclubs. It's all weird. It's like a combination of type of thing.
Like
So-
an arcade.
Well, it's like
No,
you
there's
throw
no
a blackjack table in
That's
the
what-
middle of
that's
like
what-
Graffiti Junction.
Yeah, yeah,
basically.
yeah.
That's what they call them. Yeah.
So we're out eating, and I'm sitting there gambling a little bit. Mr. Me is in the back hitting on some girls, trying to get some girls. And we got a little doggy on the podcast.
Hey, buddy.
today. And ends up bringing this, kind of hot blonde back to the room. Pretty smoking. So, he's in the room. We wake up in the morning, about 7, 8 in the morning. We burst open the door. And, of course, this chick is fully clothed. She's got her jacket on, her tights still all the way down, her black tights and everything like that. Everything's still closed. So I'm like, oh. I didn't say anything at that point. She left. I'm like, so Mr. Me. So Mr. Me.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't get anything. He's like, oh no, I got a blowjob. I got the best blowjob ever. Oh man, this was the most amazing blowjob ever. And you could just tell,
Yeah, like overcompensating.
for not doing,
Yeah, a blowjob. That's right. That's right. A
anything with
blowjob.
this
A
chick.
blowjob.
Not doing anything with this chick at all, but like lying and saying that he got a blowjob. So that was kind of like the running theme of the thing, is that he got a blowjob. He said he got a blowjob on this trip, but
Yeah, quote unquote.
It's indicative of this person's behavior. You hear a lot of these stories, and I imagine they all went the same way.
yeah, I mean,
Well, I wish we had time to get into it, but there's one other character
Go
on
ahead.
this trip. This little dwarf.
might-
Let's call him Jimmy.
okay.
Well, let's give him a Mister. Let's give him a surname, Mr. Jimmy.
Let's call him Mr.
Big.
Mr. Big.
Yeah, the big mouth.
Yeah, we'll go in that interest.
He had a big mouth.
This dude was like, holy shit. You could write like a screenplay on this guy's behavior. It was unfucking believable. Like he would go up to women on the street like with his notepad and pencil like, hey, how you doing? I'm from America. What's going on? So can I get your number? Like,
Just like that.
Dude, it was
like, hey, well,
ridiculous.
how do you get the Gothenburg? Well, give me your number. And
Yeah.
and you could tell me about this later. You can call me. I can call you and I can get directions and all
yeah,
this
and
sort of stuff.
the guy's literally 5 foot tall, fucking literally. And like at one point, like I think we were eating dinner or something. He's like, "Well, boys, I'm gonna get out of here and go call me some Swedish sluts." What the fuck
He goes, he goes into the payphone and he pulls out his notepad and there's probably like 10 or 15 numbers and they're probably all rejection.
They're all for
hotline.
like
Right.
American
Whatever the-
Domino's Pizza or something.
Yeah.
Whatever the rejection hotline is in Sweden, they definitely were that. So he went down. Every single one called. Of course, nobody answered the damn phone. It was just ridiculous. Second of all, he tried to speak everybody's language. Everybody was there. He spoke Swedish. He spoke Italian. He spoke everything. Plus, he knew everything about everything.
Yeah, plus he supposedly was fighting for 3 years in Brazil, and yet he did not know how to wrap hands and didn't know the first thing about gauze. And
Yeah, he was being really cool. He was nice to us and everything like that. But I think everyone was getting his cock blocking ways were getting on everybody's nerves.
everyone was fed up with him, and the girls on the trip they fucking hated him.
They called him Mr. Creepy, right?
Yeah, they called him Mr. Creepy.
Yeah, we had a
and
creepy on it.
It was he was a strange cat, man, but he was entertaining.
And he's not the same Mr. Creepy that we have.
No.
It's a different Mr. Creepy.
It's another short Mr. Creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But no, this guy was a friggin' character and a half.
yeah, it was pretty.
And he's
crazy.
from another team too, correct? He's not one
No,
of
he's not
ours?
even from a team. He's just lives.
Oh.
He's not. He doesn't live in Orlando
Oh, okay.
at all. So overall, the Sweden trip was a good time.
Yes, it was.
The flying for me obviously kind of sucked, but while we were there, it was a good time. The
You did
food,
very well.
Oh God, the food. We didn't talk about that yet. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
There's one thing I've noticed about Europe so far, because I've been to a few different countries in Europe, is that the food sucks in Europe. I haven't been to Italy yet, so obviously I think that's going to be the best food because it's going to be amazing.
What did you think of that
Even
Italian
Paris,
restaurant?
I bet you when I go there, I guarantee that food's not going to be. I bet you it's going to be small portions. It's going to be really rich, tasty, but it's still going to be fucking horrible because I'm not going to fill myself up. I picture myself going to Italy, having a fucking giant bowl of rotini, and then some fucking lasagna sitting over here, and then 20 cannolis to my left,
Yeah.
and just scarfing that down my damn fat gullet.
Here's the thing: isn't smorgasbord Swedish? And you didn't even go to one smorgasbord.
Dude.
Well, there's a lot of buffet style food there. Like
These
a lot
eggs,
of buffets.
the eggs have the consistency of cottage cheese.
Yeah, that breakfast there was nasty.
Fucking horrible. And then Swedish meatballs, you think that's going to be good. I ate
no,
these
they weren't even
meatballs,
good.
It tasted like what's a good consistency I can say?
They're like those ones that come in
Dirt.
a bag, frozen ones in a bag in a grocery store.
But you mix those with some dirt, and you fucking have yourself a Swedish
did
meatball. That's
you
what I
enjoy
had.
the Italian place we went to or not?
Yeah, I thought it was.
I
good.
thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, that was the best place, and there was one other place that
One
was
night we
decent.
had the four of us.
Other than that, every single night of the week, food sucked.
Yeah, the food was definitely
dessert.
whacked.
Dessert was good. The waffle.
Waffle.
Waffle was amazing.
The waffles.
So yeah, if you're gonna go to Sweden, go to hook up with some chicks. Don't tell me you're a fighter. Tell me you're a fucking banker, or tell me you're a homo.
You're the CEO of H&M.
It might help out for you. But
I'm encouraged by the fact that the dark-haired chicks don't get hit on because I'm partial to brunettes. So
yeah, talking to your mic.
wait, can you cannot hear me?
Now we can. Yes.
All right. Let's see. This should be better.
Yes.
What did you say?
I'm partial to brunettes, so
No.
yeah.
See, I always dated blondes, so
Yeah.
my thing was blondes. But I'm dating a beautiful brunette right now, so in case she's listening.
Aww.
So speaking of hair color and stuff like that, did you hear the story in the news about the kid? This is from Orlando News, I believe.
That was
Right.
from,
This is
I believe it was
local for
Orange
us.
City or Deltona, was it
Orange
not?
City.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
please-
been
yes.
verified. It's on.
Well, we'll verify where it's from, Omar. Anyway, this kid has a 16 or 18-inch mohawk at a school, and he got public school, and he got sent home from his principal stating that his hair is a distraction, and that in order to come back, you either have to comb it down or do it in a way that it's not sticking straight up or cut it.
I believe what they called it was an extreme haircut.
16-inch.
Was it Deltona?
And so
Yeah.
I believe it was.
that's a foot.
DeLand, that's
Yeah.
right.
Well,
I always get those D
so another
cities and
4
Volusia
inches.
County mixed up.
Another 4 inches. That's about my elbow to the tip of my hand, man. That is a fucking big mohawk.
But my view on this is like, unless it's a private school, it's none of the principal's business what his hair looks like.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I believe you, I'm your point of view too, but this is what he's saying is that it's a total distraction, and that it what he said. I think he said it deviates from the norm of the school, and then it creates a distraction for the other students. Maybe it creates a distraction for the first 5 minutes you see him in class,
Right.
But then the fucking kids get over it. You know,
Yeah.
At least
They
he's
see,
in
oh,
school.
look, the kid has crazy hair. Oh, done. And then they go back to their work.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous. I think.
At least he's in school.
Right. Well, for me, and this is always for some reason. I mean, there's obviously there's there's a need for the administration to have the students assimilate and to be obedient. But and when I was in high school, it was you couldn't wear your hat backwards. Like if you can believe that, because it was like at the time. Like all the movies came out, like all the thugs wore they wore their hats backwards. That was like a sign of being
Jesus, that's like not even.
Aren't
Not even
most schools doing some kind of dress code now, anyways? Like khakis and a white polo or something?
I think they're trying to push for that.
My public school had a dress code. I had to have my shirt tucked in. I had to wear jeans year round. Jeans and tucked in shirt. It doesn't have to be collar, but it had to be tucked in.
I think that it's a trend, and I think it's a bad trend.
I
to
think
be
it's a
honest
good
with you.
trend.
Do you have a dress code?
Yes.
I'm all about self-expression. Like
You can do that in so many other ways other than dress. I mean, I think not just for the kid, but for the parent, that's going to save them an unbelievable amount of money just shopping for their damn kid.
Right.
So it's going to help out. I think. Two. I think that's it. Just one.
Yeah, just one.
Just 1 point. I think.
For
that's
me,
it.
Why do you think it's so important?
What self-expression?
Yes. No, not just self-expression, obviously. While in school.
Why not everywhere? Why does now kids spend so much of their life in school and so many hours of their day? What you're doing is you're creating a bunch of yes men and a bunch of pencil pushers. Let them creativity is what made this country what it is. Now we're kind of going the other way where we're trying to do what other countries are doing. Creativity is important, and the best way to do that is to express yourself and to follow.
But this kid could have worn a uniform, and he's expressing himself through his hair, and I think that's what he should do. I don't think the principal should have sent him home or whatever. I think that he should have got brought to the front of the class and have the teacher make an issue out of it and be like, "Hey, why do you feel like you want to do this?" And have him tell everybody, "Well, I'm doing this because I think it
End of
it's
story,
cool,
you know?
it looks good, and blah blah blah." And I think they should make a deal out of it being good for the kid to have that kind of hair and make it exciting for that kid.
What I think is I think just to play devil's advocate here, I think obviously we have all these freedoms. It's a public school, and unfortunately, you know what? Some of the few have taken advantage of the freedoms, which generally happens. And I think basically that's what I think has led to this whole the uniform phrase. And unfortunately, it's still always the few that fuck it up for the most.
But what fucks it up? What's so bad?
Yeah,
about
I don't understand why
dressing?
that's a
What does
fuck
it do?
I was just playing devil's advocate.
But that's just it though. Unless
Because it's gang affiliation. You can wear shit like that, and it causes trouble and problems
That's
if everyone's the
maybe
same.
1.5%.
That's a legitimate issue in schools nowadays, public schools.
I think for me, it's like the one thing that bugs me is the pants around the fucking ass.
Yeah,
thing.
that's a
I hate
pisser.
that. I hate that.
But as far like, as far as your expression, like I don't.
But that's
care
just
if
it.
kids-
That's expressing themselves.
Like,
too.
How are you expressing yourself?
Like this is how you figure out who you are as a person. You try different things out. It's one thing for you're an adult. You've kind of you're set in your ways. But as a kid, like you can go from one thing to another. Like I want to try and be goth, or maybe I like this. Like, and if you're so much of your day and your socializing is controlled,
then do
by
it
what
at
you
2
look
o'clock
like.
when you get out. Like kids are too fucking whack nowadays. Like they need some kind of control. Like
But
they're not taught any
that
control.
comes from your parents.
Agreed.
Not the
but
school.
a lot of the parents aren't doing their job. So why shouldn't the
Well, a
school
lot of
have
the-
that?
because the school shouldn't. The government should have no.
I agree.
No part in that.
I'm being devil's advocate.
But the parents aren't doing that. That's the problem.
They're not.
The parents are letting their kids dress that way and just do whatever the fuck they want. That's less of where dressing. I would let my kid dress the way he wants as long as he acted accordingly. As long as
Exactly.
if he had a mohawk, that's fine. If he fucking wants to wear a chain down his knee, that's fine. But if you're an asshole and you're not respectful to people, then I got a problem.
Well, I mean, like we don't know. I don't know if the news says anything about this kid, whether he's an honor student or what kind of student
No,
he
I
was. If
think
he
he
was
was
a
a good
troublemaker,
kid.
who
No.
knows?
No, I think he was a good kid. I don't think there's anything wrong with the kid, if I remember right.
And then in that case,
Slowmar's checking on it now, but I'm pretty sure.
they didn't say like he was a problem student. I mean, he was in school, going to school, but like I see both sides of the coin, man.
For me, it's the second you start giving up freedoms and you give control, you never get that back. And to get it back, it's a fucking struggle. So don't give an inch on freedoms. I see it like it because the government doesn't know when to stop.
Yes.
Like they'll start with the mohawk. Next thing, it's the length of your hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like next thing, it's like women can't do this or that.
It's a tough call because
Yeah, but
kids are such dickheads nowadays.
I know some girls back in the day at schools that they weren't the white girls that weren't allowed to have cornrows in their hair.
I've heard that story.
But they let African American. Oh, he has a record.
Oh, so he's probably a punk kid, and the principal might have been picking.
Fuck him then. Shave
Fuck.
that
All right,
head.
next topic.
yeah.
Put him in the army. Oh,
world record.
he has a world record for the
Okay,
tallest
okay. Let's
hair.
go back.
Yeah.
to good
Well, that's
topic.
cool then. That's kind of cool.
Like I don't. It's principals need to have control. I mean, he's essentially telling him what he can and can't do with his body. Like you can't tell a person how long they can cut their hair.
But while you're at my school for fucking 6
But it's
hours
not
a
his
day,
school.
But it's not
It's
his
the
school.
community
It's a
school.
public
well,
school.
no, because if you read into the story, actually, they went and complained to the school board. His mother did, and the school board said, "I leave these issues up to each principal of each school. It's his school." And that's why this principal made the decision, not the school district or board.
If they take that to court, I guarantee you that kid's going to be allowed to have his hair.
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
And they should. And if you're listening out there, you're not listening to our podcast, but if you are, I encourage you to take it all the way to the Supreme Court if you have to. Like win this battle for everybody else
Yeah, but
on your dime, not mine.
But if
Sorry.
the thing is, if it comes huge news, which I don't think it is, then you're gonna have kids.
That's
just
how they push it.
They're gonna have kids just doing
Protest?
it, doing
Good.
it to doing it to do it.
Yeah.
That's good. Good for them. Protest as much as you can. Don't like. First of all, let me tell you this: if you're out there and you're a kid and you're in high school, adults don't know what the fuck they're doing either. You think when you're 15 that you're gonna have shit figured out when you're an adult?
No.
You're not. They don't know any better
What's
than you.
an
Their
adult?
morals aren't better than yours.
What's the age they're considered an adult? Am I an
I'd
adult?
say
18.
21.
Fuck yeah, you're an adult.
Really?
Yeah, you're supposed to be.
Can't I be a young adult?
Well,
No,
yeah.
you're a man.
Yeah.
That sucks. Well, then I definitely don't have it figured out. Then
Well, yeah. We don't like so kids. Just stand up for what you believe in.
have respect and don't be an asshole, but fucking stand up for what you believe in. And
Yeah, pull up your fucking pants and then stand up for what you believe in.
yeah,
Exactly.
everything's cool except for the pants.
You can
Yeah.
stand up for what you believe in as long as your pants come up with you.
Right. I don't want to see your ass crack.
Stand up with your
or your
pants
stupid
up.
underwear.
All right. Well, speaking of stupid ass people, how about we move on?
Yeah.
Very well.
I have another one of my Silverback smashes. This is going to kind of lead into our lost podcast number 2 that we did but never got aired. We talked about reality TV and how horrible TV is and stuff like that. So this kind of goes into that, being football's on TV and everyone's making such a huge deal now out of the stupid referees being the second string referees.
Which tells you what kind of vapid. I don't know. It like
Didn't you use Vapid in the last podcast?
did I?
That's a good.
Well, it's. I mean, well, okay. I'll say they're shallow. How shallow
Done.
and
There.
ridiculous people become that they're that it's a national story. That it's important that these referees are fucking up this game, which is stupid anyways. I don't care about football; it's stupid.
Me too.
People are
I
going
mean,
care about
bananas
football.
over this
If you're
shit.
listening to we're definitely not sports people that are on this podcast here. We're pretty anti watching any sport. And I don't even
Right.
like watching MMA, to tell you the truth. I do.
Ditto.
That's the only one I do watch if I do watch sports, but I don't know why. I just never been a fan of watching sports.
What I think what turns me off about football the most are the fans.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Well,
Yeah, why don't you address that?
how about
in
I give it to the fans?
yeah,
How about I
you
give
do
it to the fans right now?
Let's hear it.
Dear male pattern balding, cheap beer swilling, barroom quarterback. To say that you're a football fan would be an understatement. That would be like saying running over Bill O'Reilly with a backhoe would be only mildly satisfying. You're much more than a fan. The difference between a football fan and you is like the difference between Muhammad Ali Muslim and Osama bin Laden Muslim. Football fans cheer on their team. You actually think you're on the team. This is as delusional as Tiger Woods' mistress thinking she's going to walk down the aisle with Tiger after she rode his putter in a parking lot. The only way you could wind up sprinting down an NFL football field is if you streak the sidelines in a Coors Light-induced rage. And even then, you're going to get tackled by someone with a badge and a mustache, not Ray Lewis. Yet this doesn't seem to bother you. We really took it to the house yesterday. No, you had nothing to do with that. You took it to the fridge and then to the toilet, and then finally you passed out in your own urine and chicken bones. Dribbling hot sauce down your chins. You had to put a sweatshirt. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the hot sauce thing, I was
Yeah.
thinking of you guys, actually. Dribbling hot sauce down one of your chins, you sat in the corner of Hooters, uncomfortably eye-raping your waitress until she finally had to put a sweatshirt on. Poor Becky is trying to pay her way through community college, and you're making her feel like she's about to be in an episode of Bang Bus. I'd rather play two-hand touch football in the Key West wearing rainbow banana hammock than sit next to you for the duration of a 60-minute football game. When I observe someone like you with your beet red roadmap vein face, babbling obscenities at a flat screen as if you believe your words are going to Star Trek transport themselves to the player's ears, I want to jab a safety pin in your jugular just to see how many yards the blood will spurt. I'm guessing it'll get a first down. I'll compare you to an animal the way you riddle the bar landscape with hot sauce and wing grease, but when I see an animal in the woods, it doesn't make me wish I had a horseshoe
Easy on the
rammed up.
hot sauce and wing grease
Sorry.
jokes. Okay.
My bad. Blah, blah, blah. I'd seen him. Anyway, I want to jam a horseshoe down the damn guy's throat. And that's the problem. You just don't realize what you look like. So here's my proposal. Let's lock you in a cage of your own kind. If you're a Lions fan, I'd force you and a plate of hot wings into a concrete pit surrounded by hungry African lions. There will be a 50-inch plasma to take your mind off the carnivorous beasts circling your portly body. But maybe when your limbs started getting gnawed off like you're a TGI Fridays appetizer, you'll sober up enough to realize what an obnoxious douchebag you are. If not, we'll just take the next step. Since nobody realizes this is funny. Since you live 5 months out of the year in a football-obsessed dream state, I'll let the Lions finish tearing off your chubby little limbs and have the remainder of your body spray tan darker than Snooki, or until you're about the shade of an actual NFL football. Then I'll drag your brown little stub nub torso out into a Pop Warner field where you can serve up as a practice football. Once you get good enough at keeping your beer suds salivating mouth shut while being kicked and punted up and down the field by 12-year-olds, then we can move you up to the college and eventually pro level where you can get booted by the best. It's a win-win situation. You get to be a part of a real NFL football game, and I get to hear something I've always longed for you, with your mouth shut. You're welcome, wing sauce dripping, frothy McFatball fan. You've been smashed.
Fucking brilliant.
You fucking fantasy football zeros need to stop talking we. You don't do anything. I know he said that, but it pisses me off.
Yeah, I hate when
And
they
these
say that. We
fucking-
won.
My
You
favorite
weren't
part-
on the team.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything.
I just picture, like I said, just some guy with beet red face with the veins kind of coming
And like
out.
his fucking 49ers jersey or
Oh,
his
yeah.
Tampa Bay Dolphins jersey. Like,
Or
"Ugh," yelling at the TV.
The 49 jersey with the red shirt matches his red fucking face because he's so fucking
Yeah.
just alcoholic induced.
For
Just
me,
horrible.
it's the Seminoles and Gators rivalry. The way that the fucking I can't stand
It's
it. And then
fucking
they'll talk
ludicrous.
about professional athletes like they're assholes. Like, oh, such and such fucked it up. He should be kicked off the team. Like, he's like he will be better. Like he's such a better human being than you. You fucking zero.
I know we piss
Stop
a,
talking shit.
I know we piss a lot of people off with this type of conversation because I went on another radio show and I said the same thing about how I hate rabid football fans and this and that, and there's so many of them out there. But dude,
Yeah.
get a fucking life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
You know what's funny too? Like I like to drink on a Sunday afternoon. Like I like to go down to Thornton Park and have a couple beers.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah,
From
speaking of
fucking
which,
September till fucking January, I don't like to go out and have a drink on a Sunday afternoon because it's just so full of these.
Can I wait a minute? Speaking of which, I'm glad you brought that up. I was driving home from work on I-4.
Oh,
and fucking, I hear to my right, and I'm just like in my own fucking world listening to.
I was with Kenneth.
Yeah, it was Kenneth, and I hear meh, 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 and then fucking Ben's like hanging out of the window like a fucking Muppet, like waving his head doing that. And Kenneth is like giving me the thumbs up, and I'm like, and I text him, I'm like, he's like, what are you up to? He's like, drinking, and I'm like, I'm glad I'm getting off I-4. And then they fucking went off their.
We were on our way to go drinking.
Yeah.
Were you already drunk?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were probably drunk for the night before.
No, I haven't been drinking that much. I just do like my Sunday drinking.
Yeah.
But anyways,
okay.
now my Sunday drinking is ruined until about February.
So for football fans, yeah.
Yeah,
listen,
you're
just
stuck with me on your porch for the next.
Just football fans,
5 months.
take it down a notch. That's not you on the field. I know you're living your life through someone else's fucking.
And that's fucking
life,
sad. It
but
really is.
Yeah, just because you go to a 9
Go
to
out
5
and fucking play it. Like, don't just sit and talk about it. Go do
Do
it.
something.
And have a little respect when you're talking about the athletes. They're far better than you are as a human being. They've accomplished so much, and you've accomplished so little.
Yeah, most of them are.
Yeah.
Most of them aren't.
Did you know the NFL has their own police department?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the MP, like military
Like at the
police?
stadiums, they have actual.
No,
jails, right?
They're, no, it's not that. They have their own police department, and these guys, like, okay, middle of the night, I get a call. This fucking this player got accused of touching a stripper. He's sitting in jail. You have to fucking fly out, go there, and you have authorization to write them a check like up to $100,000 and shit, and you have to investigate this shit. And also, when these guys from the ghetto, they just get hired with the football league and they have all this money coming in, people always try and scam them, and they're in charge of investigating these people that try and scam them and stuff. They're their own sworn firearm carrying police department.
That's pretty crazy.
The NBA has it, and the baseball has it too.
Dear NFL police force, please start cracking down on football fans and their douchiness.
Yes.
Dude, not only that, you know that the whole thing with the stupid refs, they're getting paid almost $200,000 a year. That's the average they get paid.
Yeah.
$200,000 a year. Those
Yeah.
fucking guys. Yeah. When I heard that, I was like, I didn't even know what to think. I was so over it at that point. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Big union issue.
Yeah, we've actually talked more about football than I have in my whole life, and just in this podcast.
So let's get off it then.
Yeah, let's get off it. It's not even worth another further word.
We were kind of talking about
Football! Sorry. Okay, it's out of my system.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Scared the shit out of me. We're talking about shit on TV. So the Lost podcast was about how bad TV got. So I guess we'll kind of rehash that since none of you have heard it.
well,
Basically, I'll sum it up. We hate TV.
yeah, it sucks. And I'll say this: reality TV sucks, but I've actually been in talks with the Sci-Fi Channel to be on a show called Stranded with two friends of ours, Matt and Jen. And the process of being selected is pretty much a hassle.
And you guys had an in too, right?
Right, we had an in, and then we had an interview, which like I'm not gonna, I'll toot my own horn. I kicked ass on the interview. Like I made the producer laugh a lot, and I think that kind of helped us out. But it's such a like jumping through the hoops to get on a reality TV show is like unbelievable. They won't tell you anything for a couple weeks, and then when they do get in contact with you, it's like you got to put out a fire. Like you got to run in, get your psych evaluations right away. You have to, send them emails right away. You have to fill out like 4 or 5 different kind of contracts and paperwork and all this, and they want it like ASAP. But then you won't hear from them again for another week, so you never know where you stand with them.
Wow, do you think that's what's holding it up? Is that psych evaluation?
Probably. Yeah. Well, no. Here's what they're doing: background checks now. And I was contacted by a producer the other day. Who wanted access to my Facebook page, so that's
Oh fuck! They checked Facebook pages. Now?
yeah.
Shit.
Oh,
They better
shit.
not hear this podcast, or
Yeah.
at least not our last one.
I went ahead before I accepted his friend request,
Deleted a bunch of shit.
and hit a bunch of shit on my page.
Jesus Christ!
So we're a go. They said that we're a go to be on the show sometime in October. And I'm looking forward to it because the pay is good. And I think that's why you see these people popping up on spin-off reality shows, because it's
Like what?
Because it's like a normal job. You get paid
Right.
like a normal job.
Yeah, it's you'll see, what was the guy who was on the Ultimate Fighter show ended up being on a rodeo show.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit like that. People or the real
Well,
world.
that's what that was.
It's
gonna-
quick, easy money, or
Yeah,
what?
well, that was going to be my story because when I came off the season 2 of the Ultimate Fighter, I had a chance to go on It's called The Great Adventure or some shit, or
Like what? Like a Amazing Race kind
Amazing
of show?
Race type of show that was on NBC. And me, Chris Kirkpatrick of NSYNC, we're friends around here in Orlando.
I remember when you guys were practicing
Yeah.
for that shit in the gym. I remember that.
This girl named Christy who won. What's that douchebag? The guy's a douchebag show.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Douche Patrol. What the fuck is that called? Not Douche Patrol. It's where the guy is a super douchebag and he has to change his ways by the end of the show.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about the ears, like a body. What's his name? Danny Abadi? Is that who you're talking about?
No.
He was on that show.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh well. Anyway,
Are you
it was a
surprised?
big show, and then she won it anyway. She won $1 million. So us three coming off, NSYNC guy,
Right.
Chris Kirkpatrick, myself coming off season 2 of Ultimate Fighter, and then this girl from that other show. And we made it to like the semifinal round. We did like a big video production for them to send it in, and we didn't make it. But that was a good pay too.
The pay is like $3,000 per episode.
May I ask what you got for the reality show?
Me?
Yeah.
What reality show? Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah.
We got it was horrible. I want to say we got $500. We got like $100 a week.
Oh.
Really?
It was horrible.
That does suck.
Imagine that.
They're
We're
gonna-
actually skilled people doing stuff. We didn't get paid shit, and then you guys
Old fat fuck here.
who doesn't have any
$3,000
skill,
per episode.
yeah, $3,000 is ridiculous.
Oh, sorry. The producer's yelling at me again about my mic.
No, he's snapping at you.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Well, he's yelling with his fingers.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I hate that how some reality shows where you actually have a talent and you're not getting shit, and then some reality shows, a la Jersey Shore, a la
Oh, they're making
The
millions
money they're
now.
getting paid is staggering. Absolutely
is.
fucking staggering.
that's just.
Although I'll say that I'm probably worth every fucking dollar that they're going to pay me.
I mean, people with good personalities, and that's going to liven up the show, and people want to watch them. Yeah, I agree that they have a talent for that, and then
Right.
you should pay them accordingly. But Honey Boo Boo, bitch, give me a
Yeah.
fucking break. There's no talent there. It's just a train wreck that people are watching.
People love watching that train wreck shit, though, man. Like the turtle hunter. I seen this thing the other day. This turtle hunter, man.
Yeah, the guy with the no
Crazy
fucking
old
teeth.
fucking guy go out in the river and pull out a turtle.
Yeah, I saw
a
it.
turtle. Like,
Yeah,
really?
he's got no fucking teeth, and he does like the
Does he?
A
does he-
goddamn turtle.
Yeah.
That's on like Discovery Channel.
yeah.
A turtle.
Does he kill it?
No,
No,
he's
they
like
just fucking capture it.
he's like
lets
the
it go?
American version of
fucking stupid.
Steve Irwin. Is that his name?
Yeah.
yeah. But he sucks. He's not as cool.
And
as
he's
Steve
alive.
Irwin. Yeah.
It's the same shit, man. Like fucking.
is that? What'd
Come
you
on,
say?
mom.
Hog hunters?
Yeah, like this family go out and hunt hogs.
Or that fishing guy, the noodlers. They got the
Noodling's
noodler shit.
fucking awesome, though.
No, it's
like that?
not.
I'm just fucking kidding, dude.
Oh, I was like, you serious? You like that shit? It's fucking horrible.
No, I think it's a reflection of
Well, he
of
asked,
how
he asked if it was Sculpting America. The people that watch it is I think it is.
I think it's a reflection of how shallow people are.
Or are we just like reaching for something, just anything to put on TV now?
I think for one thing, reality shows are cheaper to produce.
Of course.
So I think that's kind of why they're being pushed more so than. But I'll tell you what,
But
though,
dude, you
like
can-
there are shows that are making like good, like well written, produced shows are coming back. Mad Men, whatever.
Aren't those all like on HBO though? Like
No,
good shows?
No,
are on-
AMC.
The good shows that I ever see are AMC.
Breaking Bad
are
is good.
AMC and HBO are the two
Yeah.
the two that are putting out really good shows.
An example I like to use kind of for modern television, like personally one of the best shows I ever thought written comedy-wise was Arrested Development. That was a fucking brilliant show. and
but
guess
that was
how many
what,
seasons
90s?
that lasted? No, I mean it was a while ago, early 2000s.
Yeah, early
But it
2000s.
lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And like all like 2.5 Men's been on 8-9 seasons.
Right.
That show is fucking garbage.
Yeah.
And that shows you what people watch. Like who
Right.
there's not
People
smart
are just so
watching
people are just
intelligent
so,
shit.
People are so generic and mundane that they watch the stupidest stuff ever and give it ratings, which gives it popularity.
I
You
think
guys
this is an issue. Like I know it's not economics, but it seems to me like supply side economics, where they'll just put it out there and people will like consume it because there's so
Because
much
it's there?
Because it's there. It's not what they want, but it's there, so they'll watch it.
What's
and
up?
there's
I don't know. Give me 1980s all over again.
Dude, give me Duckman again.
Dude,
Where the fuck is Duckman?
One
at?
thing I would put a bet right now on air. You guys are both smart guys. If you watched an episode of 2.5 Men, you guys could both predict each joke before
Yeah.
it's told. It's that fucking watered
Well,
down.
I'll tell you this: me and Steamboat Willie Jr. were watching
the hell's
Two
that?
Broke Girls. That's what we call Will Steamboat Willie
Steamboat Willie.
Jr. He's the second one, son of Steamboat Willie. We were watching this new show called Two Broke Girls because it's on the same channel that The Big Bang Theory is on, and we literally called out the plot as it was happening. Like, okay, now watch this, and it was that to a
That
T.
fucking watered
with
down.
generic, stupid jokes. It was ridiculous.
What did you think of Seinfeld?
I was like, I think it was like 13, 12 or 13.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
My parents didn't watch it, so I really didn't.
I watched it after it was over.
Yeah,
What
so
did you think of the
syndication.
writing?
I thought it was okay. I thought it was better than a lot of things, but not anything I would sit and watch all over. Curb Your Enthusiasm, I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
Curb Your
Where did that
Enthusiasm.
show come from?
HBO.
No, but there's like it was a.
Seinfeld.
Oh yeah, that's right. It came from Seinfeld.
That's
yeah.
why, that's why I said that. Yeah, I like Curb Your Enthusiasm over Seinfeld. I like anything that's improv like that. Improv is I like improv.
I didn't know that
type of
show was
comedy.
improv.
Yeah, kind of. I think they
Well,
had like
they have like a storyline.
Like a loose plot.
Right.
and-
Yeah, a loose plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why can't any intelligent TV like that? I'm not saying that's like super intelligent, but I'm saying that's creative.
But you gotta, but it's witty, and you gotta,
Right.
like, it makes you think.
People
kind of.
aren't fucking witty is the problem. You know, like it's
I don't
weird.
care about if you're
They're
not
not
witty.
cosmopolitan or sophisticated. I think our grandparents are far more
I
sophisticated.
find
than we
everyone rather shallow and pedantic.
are. Yeah, exactly.
Shallow and pedantic.
Indeed, shallow and
Indeed.
pedantic.
You got to be
Hey,
flooded.
quick off the subject.
Yeah.
Didn't we agree that you had to have your shirt off?
That was only for
That
one
was
podcast.
one episode. Thank
Oh,
God,
But
thank God.
you know what? I'll put it back up there. If you guys want me to take my shirt off permanently, I will.
He'll do it. He'll do it.
I'll do it.
Did you or did you
Well,
not
we-
have
we-
a piece of pizza resting on your stomach last time?
I did.
All right.
We need our studio named first.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, get that studio named, folks. Help us out. Help us out.
Yeah.
Another shitty thing with the thing is I mean, American Idol's been on for a long, long time. I mean, now they're revamping it. They're getting rid of Steven Tyler.
Ow!
Who?
Steven Tyler?
That moron
Wait,
from
what's his name?
Aerosmith.
You know, I've
Yeah,
never
Aerosmith
I've never
guy.
seen one single episode of American
The only
Idol.
reason that I see it is because Dominique has it on every fucking night in bed, and every time she's always in bed before me. I get in bed, sit down, and every night, like clockwork, I go. She's
You
like,
get in
and she
bed.
hands me the remote, and I have to change it because it's just on all the
Yeah.
time. That's all she
So
watches.
every time you go to bed, you have Steven Tyler going, "Keep it up, baby, rock and roll."
No, I love
Fucking
that.
moron. Fuck.
Anyway, she's gone. J-Lo's gone. All of them are gone. I think they're getting rid of every single one. They're doing like getting new people. But all that shit fucking is all spin off the X Factor and all the other ones.
America's Got Talent.
America's Got
I don't know why I
Talent.
know this. I don't even
I
have.
don't
a
know
TV.
how many, why they keep doing them, why they're so popular now. It's just that drives me insane.
Because they're on air for a reason. Because people are fucking stupid and they're happy to watch the shit.
Yeah, it just drives me nuts. What? You got it, buddy?
Hey.
I'm having difficulty. I'm trying to reposition myself.
So say I'm gonna put something out there for all you guys. Since we're talking about reality TV and we're bashing it so much, what reality show would you make that you think would do good, or you think that you would like, or you think that people would like?
Are you asking us or our fans?
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sacco?
I would
If
have.
you could make a reality show, budget no issue, what would you do?
To be honest with you, they've just kind of, I guess they made it. It's called The Great Escape. It's where they put you in a scenario, like they put you in prison and you have to break out.
Well, you can't do something that's on.
No, I mean, that's when I always wanted to see something like that, like Escape from Alcatraz or something. Like, I think that's a great idea. I haven't watched it because I don't care, but and I didn't invent it, so it's probably not up to my
You
standard.
want to do it, but you don't watch it
Yeah.
because you don't care.
Right.
So you'd invent something that's already been invented.
Or something like, remember Jim Cotta, the movie from the 80s?
Yeah, of course.
If they could recreate that kind of scenario where you have to go through all these obstacles, obviously the Crazy Town people with the pitchforks probably not going to happen, but something like that where you have,
right.
ambushed and do flips and stuff.
What's that one where they go and there's like all these crazy like foam contraptions and they like run over the water? And they jump
American,
on the spinning
American Ninja.
thing. And,
American Ninja.
American Ninja,
Is
yeah.
that American Ninja?
Yeah.
No, it's a
Greatest
goofier
Warrior?
version of that.
Wipeout.
Wipeout. That's right.
Yeah.
That's mildly amusing watching
Yeah.
good Wipeout.
No, if you have to, you idiots, you have to.
I didn't come
create-
up with that. I was just asking what show that was. I've already got my idea.
Oh, what's
Me,
your idea?
It
then?
would be like, what is the Jason and the Argonauts? Remember, he has to like go through figure out all these these problems. He has to go through the maze and fight a minotaur.
So where's the golden fleece?
like a labyrinth.
Exactly, like a labyrinth, like shit like
yes.
that, like some kind of physical obstacles you have to overcome.
You have to fight people as you get around every corner, like
Exactly.
like an MMA fighter or something.
like American Gladiators,
American
not,
Gladiators.
like not campy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to give my idea out over the air, but we've talked about it before. It's a mixture of 3 other shows. Yeah, it's kind of been done, but putting a spin on each.
Well, give it a little hint because
A little
I
hint,
wanted to get that.
like-
Nobody's gonna steal. I don't think anybody's gonna steal it.
I'll kill you if you do.
You just give a hint.
It
or a little
was
bit.
is a mixture of things we like to do, like eating, drinking, and training. and it was just going city to city, but like it kind of with our own, whenever we all
Eating,
go out in a
drinking,
group,
and
like the
whoring.
goofy shit that happens, like
exactly.
a combination of that, and it would have been fun to do.
Weren't we gonna do that?
Yes.
With
I still wanna do
me
that.
and you and Tom, we're gonna like travel up the East Coast and do
Yes.
that, and make a documentary out of it.
It was going to be called Roadkill Madness or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's like Jackass meets some bar,
Meets
checkout
MMA.
bars, meets
But
train.
the thing is, you have to stop. The only way we'd survive is you have to eat nothing but roadkill.
Ooh,
like
that'd
the
be a
whole
good
way.
one.
I mean, I would just be behind the camera and I would be eating public subs.
Oh, that's a good. You know how much roadkill's there, and if it's fresh, all you gotta do is cook it, kills all the bacteria.
In Carl
and eat it.
Hiaasen novels, there's a character, Skink, the ex-Florida governor, who's now like some crazy
Yeah.
woodsman, and he always eats roadkill.
Yeah, I remember reading that in
He's
college.
that character's in like half his novels.
But yeah, I think that's a great idea. Is like traveling across the U.S. and training at all different MMA gyms.
Right,
and stuff
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then you have those gym guys that are hosting us, like show us their favorite restaurant or their favorite pub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like
And hilarity
what's his name?
ensues.
What's his name that travels everywhere?
Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain, but
Yeah.
with an MMA influence.
Yeah.
I love that show, by the way. I think that's a great
Anthony
show.
Bourdain's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, that was my idea, and I thought it was pretty doable.
Good idea.
You know what reality show really sucks, and it hasn't even aired yet. It's this stupid fucking show on the Sci-Fi, or no, it's just on Science Channel, where they're going to intentionally crash a plane.
With what dummies on it?
Yeah, with dummies
I thought
and all
they
kinds.
I thought that's no.
Why? So I can
Slow motion
actually
for these
see
two
what
knuckleheads?
happens when you fucking die on an airplane. No, thank
These
you.
two guys are shit terrified of it, man.
Me and Sacco are scared to death. Scared to death of flying.
I don't even like looking at airplanes, let alone getting on
You,
them.
you know what's something interesting about that? I dated this girl for 6 years, and for the last couple of years of our relationship, she got her master's in forensics. And apparently, in plane crashes, a very unusual phenomena is all the bodies that are intact, all their back skin is torn off.
Ugh.
They're all found with no, like, for some reason, something about the dynamics of the crash, all of them have their back skin is torn off. In the
Fuck.
Yet another reason. And here's another thing. I'll tell you this. I was like, I dropped these hints to the producers of Sci-Fi. I'm like, if it's close enough, I'd like to drive, take a road trip, or get on a train.
Of course you would.
Of course.
You don't know how many times that I've got offered fights across the country, in
Yeah.
England or whatever like that, and I always bring up. So if there's a boat that's the same price as the plane, I'll do the boat.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate getting on planes too, man. It sucks.
I think I could convince the producers to let me drive. I just have to talk to one of the ones that are higher up.
Funny story. Me and Sacco flew to Cancun.
Oh, God damn it.
He,
I hate
I'm,
it
you know how
every
bad I
second.
am, right? You know how bad I am. People at home, I'm bad. Like I'm real bad.
Yeah.
Like I'm fucking sweat. I'm nervous. I'm holding the
Yes,
thing in
you
front of
are
me like this,
clutching the seat.
clutching the seat. The plane just went to turn left, and I'm okay with turning because I know what turning is.
We went over this last week, the listing plane.
Yeah.
The fucking plane listed lazily to the left. Sacco grabs me. Is this okay? Is this normal? Is this normal? I'm like, Sacco, you're
I can see
fucking
the
freaking me out.
I can see the ground. Like, you're not
You're
supposed to
supposed to-
look
yeah,
down
it does
and see
that.
the fucking ground.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
And then you had to look to someone else for reassurance.
Yeah, no, Sacco came to me, made me nervous,
right,
but
that's
not
okay.
as bad. I turned to my ex-wife. I'm like, it is
okay.
okay, right? It is okay, right? And she's like, yes, it's okay. Okay, Sacco, it's okay. Okay. No, not really.
Yeah. I hate it.
It was pretty shitty.
Well, don't they have some like reality show coming up about tattoos, like a tattoo
Well, I mean,
contest?
oh yeah, yeah. Where
I
they're-
saw commercials
yeah.
for it. Oh, really? Oh, they got
yeah.
that fucking one down in Miami.
Yeah. No, I know what you're
Wait,
talking
There's
talking
about.
one
Mine?
coming up. It's about a contest.
No, they already have two. There's one called Inked,
There's one called Inked.
like on Bravo or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one on Spike, where this is the guy from Alice in Chains or some shit.
Oh, you're saying there's a guy from Alice in Chains.
Right.
Doing it or
Well,
some
I
shit.
know what you're
I'm
talking
in.
about. Yeah.
Who married Carmen Electra? The guy with
Dave Navarro.
Oh, Dave Navarro. Dave Navarro
That
has a
little
tattoo.
pretty man.
Yeah.
He's like a pretty little man. What the fuck's wrong with this cat?
Jesus Christ. Dave Navarro.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Jane's Addiction.
Yeah. Jane's Addiction. That's where he started.
Tats are
love
an
them.
in thing now, man. That's speaking of weights too.
They're not really special anymore.
That's
like,
the thing. They're not
you know,
really
it's overdone.
Everybody has a tattoo.
Yep.
Everybody, even girls,
See, I
even
think-
grandmas now, moms. My mom, my
Yeah,
grandma.
my mom has one too. Shit.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty the norm.
I feel like I can tell the difference between a tattoo hobbyist and someone who really loves their tattoos instantly. By the
Of
type
course,
tattoos
it's
they
just
have.
what they have.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. For me, like I've always taken a long time to decide what I want, and I've been getting these like on and off for about 9 years, and I've gone with the same tattoo artist.
If you can't see it, guys, it's It's a lines of a different type of pasta down his arm.
Exactly.
There's a spaghetti. There's a rotini. There's
this
a
is,
fucking
This is ravioli.
ravioli. Yeah.
Mamma mia!
Well, for like I know when I see guys with tribal tattoos, I'm like, you got your tattoos in the 90s,
Or it's a
and-
large cover-up.
Right,
Bing, bing, bing,
exactly.
bing, bing.
and you just wanted to look cool. You don't care about tattoos, and
It's
Yeah,
an
it was-
accessory that they can't
Right.
get rid of.
exactly. Speaking of accessories that you did get rid of, you actually had a whole sleeve like burned
Half
off,
sleeve. I had laser surgery from my elbow down to my wrist, and then I had it redone.
Right? Yeah, I don't blame. you. I
Okay,
love
you got
tattoos.
get this right. He had a whole sleeve of tattoos.
Oh, yeah, when I was
Got it.
very, very young, though, I got it
Got it painfully lasered off.
very painfully.
And then got the entire thing,
I left it off for
Redone.
many, many years, and then I got it redone when I moved to Florida.
and you want it off again.
Yes.
Well, maybe you can get a sponsor from this show to get it taken
Yeah,
off.
Dr. Filatowski laser surgery.
Oh, hey, while we're begging for free stuff, anyone who wants to start a leg sleeve on my left leg, pro bono, and I'll give you a shout out on the podcast. Message me because I'm looking to start my left
Thousands
leg.
of dollars worth of work, and hey,
Yes.
bro,
So what do you want?
Exactly.
Oh, your entire left side done?
All the way up to like halfway up my. Up my
you should
leg.
check with Jeremy, my friend from here. He owns Built for Speed here in town. He's a really good artist, and he actually met us in Sweden.
Hey Jeremy, if you want some free advertising or a trade, let me know.
Dude, the only thing I don't like about tattoos is, I mean, I dig them. I think they're cool. I don't like them where
You
there's...
have them.
I like yours though because
You
it's
have
totally
tattoos.
coverable.
I know.
totally
but they're
coverable.
covered. That's what I'm about to say. I love tattoos, but I don't like them to be seen everywhere. I don't like that type. For me personally, I don't care if everybody else has them, but for me, I like them to be more personal, and that's why I got it. I got it on my ass, like my lower back and ass, because I feel like I can hide it and it's mine. And you only see it if I'm really close to you, and then I can talk about it if I'm really close to you. It's not like out there being like, hey, look at my shit. I'm fucking got this and got
Yeah.
this in a conversation piece. It's like it's different.
I
It's-
wish I'd had that mindset when I first started getting them. I really do.
The more I go, like if I didn't have to get like a regular person job, let's just say if I was rich, I would have my left hand tattooed. I'd have
Really?
my neck tattooed.
Oh fuck that!
I love
would
tattoos.
never do that.
I'd
Really?
have my all the way down to my feet tattooed. Yeah,
Gross, man.
I love them.
Your neck? That's just so. That just puts
I'd
an
have
image.
my-
Anybody with their neck tattooed, I mean, it's cool. I mean, obviously you're probably not a scumbag, but that impression is always just locked in my head.
Well,
That's
because it's
just
always
dirty.
the same kind of neck tattoos.
Who,
Like,
Clay
I want-
Haywood?
Like for me, it would be thematically the same. All my tattoos.
Sorry,
are
buddy.
Thematically the same. I'm gonna have my whole chest tattooed. I've already started with a big piece on my
See,
chest.
chest is cool. I don't mind that, but anything that goes up here in the head,
Yeah, I'm
and
not
See, I don't
head
like.
and
I don't
the
like
hand.
that. I like my hair, so I don't want to shave it so I could show off a tattoo.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's getting pretty thin back there.
Is it?
Me and Mike Lee, the other owner of the Jungle. For people that don't know, we saw you from a distance, like at the gym. We looked, and Mike's like, "Look at his head," and I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah." It was like all glowing in the back. It was like getting real thin.
Oh,
remember,
snap.
I remember I took a picture the
Yeah.
other day, and it was all looking thin and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're
It's
trying to
awesome.
convince me it is, but it's not.
It is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Let's
It's on my
see.
phone. It's horrible.
Let's see.
Wait, hold on. I got to change my.
No, just tilt your head down.
Let's see.
Hold
Tilt
on a
your head
second.
down,
Let
buddy.
me take my. I wouldn't believe what you said anyways.
Come on.
For the
I'll
Just
give you a
go.
100% honest answer. You are thinning a little.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little. It's more than a little.
I mean, it's getting there. Like in another year
You should.
or two.
Well,
it's
you
gonna
should like tattoo so much. Just tattoo that shit all black.
No, see
Fill
what
it
I
in.
like. I like my hair, but when it falls out, I'm just gonna shave my head. I don't care.
Own it.
I'm not like I'm gonna try and age gracefully. Unlike
I like
someone.
that fucking.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
What's the movie Kingpin or Tenpin with Woody
Kingpin.
Harrelson and
Yeah,
fucking
King- yeah,
big
Kingpin.
urn with the comb over, like, floating in the breeze after he throws a bowling ball.
Ten pin? Yeah, that's it.
You know who hung on to their hair way too long?
Who?
Is Mike? Holy shit!
Mike Lee?
Yeah, Mike Lee hung on to
Yeah.
it way too long.
Yeah, I don't want to get to that point. I'm almost gonna shave it again pretty soon, probably.
Yeah.
But back to tattoos. You know what I really don't like about tattoos? I mean, the guys are one thing, but girls
No.
that are like trying so hard to be
So cool.
No, just hipster
Yeah.
bitches with
I'm
all
so
these
much
tattoos.
more ironic and cool than you.
The thick
Yeah.
fucking black glasses, all the tattoos, the Betty Boop looking fucking hair. I mean, how hard can you try to be different while being so commercial? at
I'm
the
so
same time?
different like
Yeah.
everyone else.
different.
I'll tell you this though, I'm a fan of the Suicide Girls in Spirit. Like some of it, I'm a little. I don't like the
It's
fucked
watered
up hair.
down. It's not real.
I don't see. Well, it's. I mean, the tattoos are real.
It just that trying so hard is
It's
kind of
trying
a
so
turn
hard.
off.
No,
It's
I'm not into hipsters.
and-
I don't like the fucking stupid hair with this like no bangs.
That's what
and-
they are. They're
You know-
girl hipster douche. They're douchebag girls.
Yeah,
they're like
they're-
guys that you say is a douchebag.
But they're
That's like
hot
the-
and they're naked, and that's what I care about.
I mean, I'd fuck them, but I call it
Yeah,
a douchebag.
It's a
afterwards.
catch-22. Like you notice, most girls you meet like that are heavily tattooed like that. They're dickheads. They're like
trying
very
to-
arrogant and very
Right.
full of themselves.
They're full of. They're super full of themselves, and they're so
Too
insecure.
cool for you.
They're
yeah,
so
and
insecure.
they're so yeah.
They're
yeah.
insecure and full of themselves.
That's so true.
At the same time, is that
Yeah.
even possible?
Yes.
yeah, of course it is. You know, they're, yeah.
Look who's asking that fucking question.
What? I'm insecure and full of myself. Really?
I've always,
Oh, bullshit.
I'll say
Hey
this.
guys, does this scarf look good? Should I wear this scarf?
Yeah, I want to make sure I look okay.
I'll
So
say
I
this:
asked you.
your vanity has somewhat dissipated in the last couple of years.
Yes.
Well, that's good.
I think,
I admit that
toned
when I was
down.
early 20s, I cared about what I looked like because I wanted to get
well,
laid.
you were vain to the point of like, don't touch my hair, like that kind of like. So you're better now because
Look at that.
because your hair is
Just
falling
let
out.
me touch his hair, and I got my hand back.
Your hair's falling out. Now you have to cultivate a
It's
personality.
actually on the mic right now. Yeah. Yeah, I have to develop a personality.
You've had to cultivate
I've
a
always had a personality. Fuck all you. Do your dear
I'll tell
father.
you
Little
what, though,
bag session.
I'll tell you what though. I think my hair is falling out because there's a lot more of it on my pillow than there used to be.
Yeah, that shit
So-
sucks. I know. I go in.
Not mine.
Mine goes in
Yeah,
spurts.
yours is-
Mine goes in spurts. Like I'll wash my hair, nothing comes off of my hands for like
Yeah.
3 months. 2 weeks, I'll wash my hair. It's all on my hands. So
Yeah.
It like goes in fucking soaked. And it's always when I'm stressed.
Maybe there's a direct correlation.
No shit.
I mean, that's kind of why I'm growing my hair long now, is because I want to have one last hurrah with like beautiful flowing hair.
Yeah. If I was you, I'd grow my shit down to my dick.
Yeah.
And then continue it, my dick hair down from there to my toes.
I would just like what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it like a turban and
I would
wrap it
look
around
like
my
I would.
fucking head.
I would look like. I would
The
look like
supreme.
what's it,
comb-over.
Mr. It, Cousin It?
Cousin It. Yeah.
I would look like Cousin It if I could.
Really?
Dick hair long, everything.
Then why don't you?
Because I'm
You have a hairy
I'm
back.
balding. My back isn't that hairy. Yeah, it's a little Italian hairy.
You know what sucks? Talking about body hair, is it like my shoulders seem to be like this meeting place for my chest hair and my back hair now. That's fucked
Yeah.
up. It's not a lot, but it's like there's little patches growing. I'm like, what the fuck? Just stay on my back. on
my eyebrow hair is connecting to my hair here. It's receding here, but going further down in this section. It's like, yeah.
That's another thing I can't wait to
Cro-Magnon
the
set.
fuck kind of bullshit is evolution that makes us grow all this?
We like
hair?
grow more like apish as we get older.
Yeah, we grow more apish as we get older.
See, I can't wait till I don't give a fuck anymore. Like,
luck.
I hope my fucking libido shuts down at some point so I can just grow into an old ape that no one wants to bother.
Live in the fucking woods.
That's what I was trying to go with this look. I was like, all right, this is the Charles
Yeah.
Bukowski. I don't give a fuck.
it
Look, everyone's like, I
backfired.
like your shit. I look
Yeah.
good. I'm like, what the?
You
It
do,
backfired.
Trying to look like an alcoholic douchebag.
You do have a certain like Bukowski kind.
That's
of,
the look
like,
I was going for. Just
yeah.
I don't give a fuck, so I haven't shaved. I haven't trimmed or like.
If you trim it, I think it'll look good.
Let it
I
go.
think you should keep
no,
it.
it backfired. You look way better like that.
I
With the
agree.
Slick back hair in the.
I like the beard much better.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
thank you. I appreciate the compliments.
Well,
Although I've heard that nobody likes my beard. That I look much better with.
You
a
do
bare
look
face.
better with a.
you do look better
shaven,
with no
I
beard.
think.
Yeah.
But it's we're guys, and it's cool to have a beard
Yeah.
no matter what it looks like. It
Yeah.
can look like shit, and we like it because it's our fucking beard. And
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
grew from us, and we grew it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm only gonna grow it down to my chest, and then I'm gonna shave it off. So
Braid it and then shave it.
that's the idea. I'm gonna braid it for sure.
All right, let's get to the deer fatso,
Deer
so
fatso.
we can get out of here after that.
All right. Well, actually, I'm glad that
Oh, my.
you know
Get ready.
the timing is pretty perfect because the only deer fatso I got this week was about why women don't like beards and guys do.
We just touched on that, I guess, huh?
Well, kind of, but I want to know, why do you think that women don't like beards?
One thing only. It itches them.
Because fashion is dictated by homosexual males, and they like that hairless, shaven thing, and that's women are mostly into fashion. So
Nope.
that's
Nope, I think it's
Well,
because
yeah,
I
Carly,
think it's
yeah, we
because
have
it
a-
itches. it
Carly,
itches
do
them.
tell us.
Yeah,
It looks more clean when you shave it.
yeah. Actually, let's give her a microphone.
One,
so it's like,
2, 3.
Well, women always like clean cut men, and
But
it looks
why is
cleaner.
that?
But why?
It looks more like the business. You have something going for you. It looks less homeless.
and truth be told, folks, I got nothing going on. So this beard,
We look like we look like a provider. So
Yeah.
back when we were apes, the more hairy we were, it was better because we provided because we go fucking beat the shit out
Right,
of us.
that's more masculine.
Saber-toothed cat. But now it's the total opposite. We provide by going to sit in a cubicle and making fucking
And looking clean
Yeah.
cut.
six figures.
And I've worked in a cubicles, ladies and gentlemen, It sucks.
It makes you want to pull out your fucking beard hair.
Well, thanks for
Exactly.
putting that into perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess, guys, shave it off if you want to get laid. If you don't,
Fucking bullshit.
fucking grow this shit as long as you can.
Braid
Yeah.
it.
There's
Braid
certain
it, yeah.
types of girls. I've seen smoking hot chicks with dudes with beards, and
Yeah.
they probably are saying the same things too. And we're like, that fucking bastard's got an ugly ass beard with that chick. But as soon as they get in the bed, she's probably like, I fucking hate that thing. It itches
Yeah.
my face.
Exactly.
This itches my face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
yeah.
does
The
itch.
first 3 weeks are
It itch-
fucking brutal.
It itches like shit. I remember growing mine out. It itched so bad.
Yeah, you came close. I thought you were going to keep it when we went to Sweden.
Yeah, it started getting itchy. I always get that point. It gets itchy.
I'm itchy
That
too,
shit.
man. I toughed it out.
But you gotta you just gotta get past that point. And then it kind of it softens up really nicely, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, guys, that was about an hour long. What do you
Well,
say we call it wraps?
Alrighty.
Yeah. Let's,
Guys
call it a day.
that are listening, please go to the Jungle Boys TV on our Facebook, like it, name our studio, just throw out some names, and also ask Dear Fatso, ask us anything you want. You can remain anonymous and we'll answer it.
And next week we'll be starting Ben's Bistro, my own little segment of local restaurant food reviews.
That's awesome, Ben's Bistro. Cool. Well,
And
until
thank you
next
very
week.
much for listening.
Thank you very much. Until next week. Sako, Slabo,
Good night, guys.
Ben Mars,
Adios.
Slomar, and the little tiny girly Carly. Bye. See you guys.
See ya.
Adios.